Good morning, I'm Gretchen Law, coming to you live on this 30th day of July. It is a Wednesday, bringing you Morning Matters because your mornings matter. Let's get to the stories that matter today. Now that all eyes are on flood control projects, Baguio City Mayor Benjamin Magalong exposed what he called a highly organized and structural corruption scheme. He alleged that some lawmakers received 35 to 40% in kickbacks through collusion between contractors and government bidding agencies. An independent bloc is possibly forming in the House of Representatives, eyed by 3 lawmakers who abstained during the vote for Speaker Martin Romualdez' re-election. Navota's Representative Toby Chanco will join us later in the program to provide more details on the matter. And the Senate has scheduled its deliberations on the Supreme Court's decision regarding Vice President Sara Duterte's impeachment for August 6. According to Senate President Chis Escudero, this allows senators sufficient time to review the 97-page ruling. Welcome to our program, Morning Matters, where we talk about the issues you need to know for the rest of your day. Now, first on the agenda, President Bongbong Marcos vowed to investigate and file cases against those who milked flood control projects and received hush money for these initiatives. But good governance advocate Baguio City Mayor Benjamin Magalong alleged that contractors and bidding agencies collude with lawmakers themselves, receiving 35 to 40% in kickbacks. Here is a report.
Hiya naman kayo sa inyong kapwa Pilipino. Mahiya naman kayo sa mga kabahayan nating naanod o nalubog sa mga pagbaha. Mahiya naman kayo lalo sa mga anak natin na magmamana sa mga utang na ginawa ninyo nang binulsan nyo lang ang pera.
President Bongbong Marcos got a standing ovation for this portion of his fourth State of the Nation address on July 28. He vowed to investigate and file cases against those who milked flood control projects and got a share of hush money for these initiatives. Baguio City Mayor and good governance advocate Benjamin Magalong is stunned. He can't wrap his head around the alleged audacity of some of those who applauded during Marcos's speech.
In fairness to him, maganda yung intention. Pero hindi ba ako kayo nagtaka bakit pumalakpak sila? Kasi alam nilang mahirapan silang matukoy eh. Kasi wala silang pinirmahan. It's structural. It's an highly organized crime.
Magalong insisted that it's lawmakers themselves who earn kickbacks from government projects ranging from 35 to 40%. He said the corruption begins with the people inside DPWH chosen by congressmen themselves.
It starts with the selection of the district engineer or yung regional engineer ng DPWH and who are actually selecting them. It's not the secretary of DPWH. Based dun sa nireport sa akin ng isang contractor at mga suppliers at sa mga resources na rin natin, these are organic personnel. Usually, ang kinukuha ng mga politiko, mga lawmakers, is around 35 to 40. Yan. Standard yan. Lalo-lalo na kung kanila yung pork barrel.
But according to House spokesperson Attorney Princess Abante, all congressmen do is advocate or push programs for their constituents. House Speaker Martin Romualdez, for his part, said he will fully cooperate in possible investigations which will involve members of the House.
And we take to heart his call, his frustration even, about the lingering shadow of corruption in our institutions. As Speaker, I share his concern and I accept his challenge, not with defensiveness but with determination. This is why the House of Representatives will launch a comprehensive congressional review of all infrastructure projects and fund implementation. We will investigate ghost projects, bloated contracts, chronic underspending, and abuse of discretion in fund realignment and procurement. Ang kaban ng bayan ay hindi dapat ninanakaw, hindi dapat sinasayang. Ito ay para sa mamamayan. Bawat sentimo, bawat proyekto, bawat serbisyo. We are not here to cover up. We are here to clean up.
Bicol Party List Representative Terry Ridon has urged Baguio City Mayor Benjamin Magalong to substantiate his claim that lawmakers receive 35 to 40% in kickbacks from government projects. In the big story, Ridon stressed that such allegations must be supported by evidence, especially when public confidence in government institutions is at stake. He also called on Magalong to testify before the House into alleged corruption in public infrastructure contracts. The congressman added that procurement laws clearly prohibit relatives of legislators from engaging in government contracting.
Maybe Mayor Magalong should show the evidence where the 30% actually is. No? Kasi parang it's very difficult, a bit unfair, no, to tag all congressmen to be receiving 30% and 40% in kickbacks in each and every infrastructure project. So he's been speaking so much already in the last couple of weeks, the last couple of months. But we have yet to see a single document, actually, that shows that, in fact, 30 or 40% had actually been received by a congressman or whichever legislator in the country.
A review of the flood control projects under the Bongbong Marcos administration shows that thousands of projects have been added annually since 2023. The Department of Public Works and Highways implemented over 8,000 flood control projects in 2023. Now, that number rose to more than 10,000 in 2024 and is projected to reach nearly 12,000 by the end of 2025. Secretary Manuel Bonoan told One Balita Pilipinas that they plan to audit all projects completed over the past 3 years. He also acknowledged that some individuals were able to enter the agency through the influence of certain officials, prompting stricter oversight moving forward.
With all the records that we will be submitting, we also intend to conduct yung audit namin sa lahat ng mga projects kasi that's already 3 years. Tingnan namin kung ano ang itsura na yung mga projects na nagawa. Kasi the mga projects that we have implemented should be lasting for anywhere between 5 to 10 years.
Up next, why are some lawmakers considering forming an independent bloc in the House of Representatives? Stay tuned as we discuss this with Representative Toby Chanco. When Morning Matters returns, keep it here. Good morning, I'm Gretchen Ho, and here in Morning Matters, we talk about the most pressing issues and give you the context behind the headlines. Three lawmakers are eyeing an independent bloc in the House after abstaining from Speaker Martin Romualdez' re-election. These are Navotas Representative Toby Chanco, Bacolod Representative Albi Benitez, and Cebu Representative Duke Frasco. Despite this, the three lawmakers insisted that they are not anti-administration, but they are concerned over the irregular 2025 budget. Frasco, for one, called for a leadership that restores public trust and backs the president's priorities. Let's discuss that further with Navotas Representative Toby Chanco, who is now joining us live via Zoom. Magandang umaga po sa inyo, Congressman.
Yes, magandang umaga, Gretchen.
Okay. Unang-una, Congressman, you were the campaign manager of Alyansa para sa Bagong Pilipinas, ultimately aligned with the President. Also, tama po ba, related din po kayo kay Speaker Martin Romualdez?
Hindi, yung wife ko po. Yung wife ko,
yung wife ninyo, oo.
my wife and the Speaker and the President are first cousins.
Correct. And that means this abstinence from voting, the Speaker, is a big statement on your part. So help us understand what led you to abstain from voting for House Speaker Martin.
Yes, di ba the biggest issue naman is talagang yung budget, no? That's been hounding us right after pagkatapos sa pagpasa ng budget. Talagang madaming nagsasabi that it's the most corrupt budget. At syempre, kahit naman walang kinalaman si Presidente doon sa budget, naapektuhan siya dyan, no? Yung approval ratings niya naapektuhan. And right after the SONA, we will have to tackle the budget. Yan ang pinakamahalagang gagawin namin pagkatapos ng SONA. Diba? So, ako, ang naisip ko lang, paano naman ako susuporta kung sa liderato na sila ang namuno noong nakaraang budget, tapos ngayong budget ulit ang pag-uusapan. Diba? Hindi naman nila pwede sabihin na hindi nila alam yung nangyari doon sa budget. So, yun po yung naging dahilan kung bakit nag-desisyon ako. At syempre, nung nagkausap-usap kami ni Congressman Albi, Congressman Duke, ganun din yung pananaw nila na this is the best way we can help the President.
So, what role are you going to play now as an independent?
As of now, ang napag-uusapan lang naman talaga yung budget. Kasi yan na talaga, that's the most important law na pinapasa natin taon-taon dahil dyan po nakabase yung serbisyo na matatanggap ng tao, yung mga programa at proyektong magagawa ng Pangulo at ng administrasyon. At syempre, to be honest, dyan rin nakabase kung ano yung mga tulong na matatanggap ng mga mamamayan. Diba? So napakahalaga natutukan yung budget na yan.
Tama ho kayo. Ano? Nag-react na nga po si Speaker Martin Romualdez. Sabi niya magbubukas siya ng isang komprehensibong investigasyon dito sa kung paano nagagastos yung budget. Lalong-lalo na sa mga ghost projects at itong mga kung saan napupunta yung pera, bakit ganyan. Dahil, sabi nga po niya dun sa kanyang soundbite dito sa report namin kanina, ang kaban ng bayan ay hindi dapat ninanakaw. What would you say to that?
No, sige, maganda yan kung talagang magbubukas ng investigasyon. Simulan natin doon sa 2025 budget, no? Simulan natin kung bakit noong BICAM, pagkatapos ng BICAM, hindi na makilala ng presidente yung budget. Diba yun ang sabi niya, hindi ko na makilala yung budget, no? At of course, sinasabi nila magiging open BICAM ang pinopropose nila. Ang paalala ko lang is lahat naman ng BICAM is a word used kapag hindi pareho yung bersyon ng batas na ipinasa ng Kongreso at ng Senado. Kaya nagkakaroon ng Bicameral Conference Committee, di ba? Meeting. Lahat naman ng BICAM, lahat maliban doon sa budget. Public hearing yan, open to the public yan. May minutes, pwede kang manood sa live, pwede kang pumunta. Yung BICAM ng budget, ang katangi-tanging BICAM na kung saan pa pinag-uusapan yung pera ng bayan, hindi open to the public. So ano ibig sabihin? Ang sinasabi ko, hindi naman kailangan ng resolution yan. Kailangan lang sundin kung ano yung ginagawa sa ibang mga BICAM ng lahat ng batas. Yun na lang ang gawin natin. Okay. In the same manner, 2 beses kasi na isisingit yung mga bagay na yan. Di ba, ang budget kasi, pag pinag-usapan, hindi mo naman pwedeng lakihan, hindi mo pwedeng dagdagan. Kung 100 piso yan, 100 piso yan. Ang mapapalit-palitan mo lang doon is from one department or from one program, bawas ka dito, dagdag ka dito sa kapila. So yan, nagagawa yan sa BICAM. Pero yung BICAM, huli na yan. Yan yung pangalawang singitan. Yung unang singitan dyan is doon sa small committee. Kasi pag in-approve namin sa House of Representatives, yung second reading, okay, sa lahat ng batas na ina-approve namin, ito na naman, maliban na naman sa budget, ang sistema is, bago aprubahan sa second reading, pagkatapos ng napakatagal na debate, tanungan, magkakaroon muna ng committee amendments kung ano yung proposal ng committee na palitan doon sa proposed bill. Ang proposed bill in this case is yung NEP. So hawak natin yung NEP, National Expenditure Program, na andun nakasulat kung saan lahat ng pagkakagastusan. Ang mangyayari is sasabihin ng committee, ito yung mga proposed amendments, ito yung proposed na palitan. Okay. Pagkatapos nun, dapat, kung ibang batas yan, ang ginagawa namin, individual amendments. Ibig sabihin, yung mga kongresista na gustong magpanukala ng pagpapalit doon sa batas, tatayo sila at sasabihin nila yung gusto nilang propose na amendment, tapos sasabihin ng chairman kung tatanggapin yung amendment o hindi. Okay. Dito sa budget, kakaiba to. Ang gagawin namin is aaprubahan muna namin yung committee amendments, tapos magmomosyon ang mayorya na gumawa ng maliit na committee para sila ang tatanggap ng individual amendments ng bawat kongresista. Tapos, aaprubahan namin on second reading yung budget. So, bakit ko sinasabing dapat itong baguhin? Isipin mo, ilang linggo kami nagdebate doon, in open session, nadidinig ng tao, napapanood. Pero yung papalitan, yung dadagdagan at babawasan, hindi madidinig ng tao. Kahit kami, wala namang minutes of meeting yon, 4 na tao lang yon. Tapos, makikita na lang namin yung HGAB, yung final version, pagkatapos ng break. So, ibig sabihin parang binigyan mo ng blankong otoridad o blank check yung 4 na tao para baguhin yung budget base sa tingin nilang paraan na dapat nilang baguhin. At walang minutes yun, hindi open to the public yun. So, paano magiging transparent yung budget? Pagdating doon sa BICAM, mahirap mo nang habulin yan.
Sino po yung parte ng small committee?
Chairman of the Committee on Appropriations, Senior Vice Chairman of the Committee on Appropriations, Majority Leader, and Minority Leader. Ngayon, nadinig ko yung spokesperson ni Speaker Romualdez na nagsasabi na dapat daw mag-propose ako na wag gawin yun. Mukhang hindi niya naiintindihan yung rules ng House. Kasi doon sa rules ng House namin, sila ang nagmomosyon na baguhin yung existing rules namin. Diba? Kasi ang rules namin, committee amendments, individual amendments, tapos magmomosyon sila na baguhin yung rules except for this purpose only, for this law, na i-authorize yung 4 na tao na sila ang magdesisyon kung tatanggapin yung amenda o hindi. Hindi ko na kailangan gumawa ng motion. Kung hindi nila i-motion yun at susundin lang yung rules na sinusunod namin sa lahat ng ibang mga pinapasa namin, di okay na, di ba?
Why is the budget process very unique? I mean, where can we find that? Is it in the House rules?
No. The House
pagkakaiba?
rules, kasi nga binabago They will present a motion, sasabihin, I move that we elect a small committee to accept and decide on the amendments. Kaya nababago yung rules. Siyempre, pag nanalo sa botohan yun ang magiging amended rules for the budget. And every budget that I've been through, ganyan po ang nangyayari. Dati sinubukan ko ng tutulan yun. Siyempre, isa lang ako. I mean, previously, not this administration. I think in my first or second term as congressman, I tried once. Wala, matatalo lang ako sa botohan.
Ibig sabihin yung amendments committee lang po ang maaring maghain ng motion? Tama po ba?
Yung special committee, hindi. Yung, di ba sa plenary, di ba? Plenary.
Yes.
Sa plenaryo, di ba? Magdedebate, di ba? Pagkatapos magdebate, sabihin, okay, wala nang tanong, wala nang debate, I move to close the period of interpellation. So wala nang tanungan. Sasabihin naman ng majority leader, I move to open the period of committee amendments. So, pagkatapos nun, magpe-present yung committee. Tapos, dapat noon, sa regular bill, I move to open the period of individual amendments. Tapos, close the period of individual amendments and approve on second reading. Okay? Dito sa budget, hindi. Sasabihin, I move that we create a special committee to accept the individual amendments. Then we approve on second reading. So, ibig sabihin, yung inaaprubahan namin na may otoridad yung small committee na baguhin kung ano yung gusto nilang baguhin doon sa budget. At walang minutes yun,
Before the third and final reading.
Yes, kasi doon sa third and final reading, wala lang amendments doon, di ba?
That's correct, that's correct. So, hindi lang pala yung BICAM ang
Hindi,
problema.
mas
Ito palang
importante ito kasi
small
yung BICAM,
committee.
dalawa
Oo.
yon eh. May Senate tsaka may House doon. Dito, House lang talaga. Doon sa
Okay.
pag-approve muna namin ng HGAB. Kasi di ba, yung budget dapat mauna sa amin, di ba?
Well, sabi niyo po, baka matalo lang kayo pagdating sa botohan. Pero ano kaya
Hindi,
yung
pero dito kung
maaaring gawin?
kung seryoso sila na gusto nila ng reforma,
Tama, tama.
hindi lang nila i-represent yung motion na yon, hindi na lang nila sasabihin na mag-create ng small committee. Di ang masusunod na
ganun
proseso
lang.
is yung
Yung
individual
normal.
amendments na lang.
Okay,
Isa-isa
okay.
namin sasabihin. Sasabihin ko niya, tatayo ako. Mr. Speaker, ang proposal ko po ay yung pondo dito na, let's say, 50 million, ilipat po dito sa departmentong to dahil mas mabuti po yan para sa ating mga kababayan. O siyempre, magde-decide doon kung tatanggapin, magde-decide plenary kung tatanggapin o hindi. Diba?
Alright, okay. Naiintindihan na po natin.
Okay.
It's as simple as not filing that motion.
Yes, wag lang ilabas yung motion na yun. Di susundin natin lahat ng ginagawa natin sa lahat ng batas, di ba?
Okay. There is a proposal to have an open BICAM, to have it completely transparent, which the Speaker has said that we will open the BICAM to civil society observers. Will this at least help give more eyesight into the final version of the budget?
Hindi, sabi ko nga, di ba, lahat naman ng BICAM ng lahat ng batas na pinag-usapan, open to the public naman eh.
Ito lang
lang
yung
budget,
hindi.
ang baligtad na hindi open to the public. So sinasabi na they will open, dapat naman talaga open. Kasi ano ba yung BICAM? The BICAM is a public hearing. It is not a secret meeting. It is a public hearing. Pareho yan ng ibang mga public hearing.
Okay, to your knowledge, what are the most questionable points in the budget that strayed away from the President's NEP?
Doon sa 2025,
Yes.
yun sa 2025, di ba, aside doon, di ba alam naman natin lahat yung reklamo ng tao, yung PhilHealth, tinanggalan ng pondo, yung DepEd, hindi na siya pinakamataas na budget. Tapos may mga malalaking flagship projects ang Pangulo doon na hindi nagawa kasi binawas yung pondo at linipat doon sa mga infrastructure projects. So yun yung nakita ng Pangulo. Hindi ko naman sinasabing masama yung infrastructure projects. Lahat naman tayo kailangan ng infrastruktura, di ba? Kailangan lang transparent kung bakit mo babawasin dito sa isang pondo at ililipat mo doon sa kabilang pondo. Anong dahilan?
Pero bakit nga ho nilagay daw yung mga flagship projects under unprogrammed appropriations at yung flood
diba?
control ang inilipat?
Yun na nga, yung important.
Saan po nangyari yun?
Sorry.
Doon po sa small committee o doon po sa BICAM?
Hindi ko alam kung sa small committee o doon sa BICAM. Di ba yung ibang departments nga, nagugulat sila, di ba? Sasabihin nila, ang proposed budget namin dito, ganito lang. Hindi naman kami humingi ng dagdag. Tapos, biglang lalaki yung budget namin. Di ba? Yun, sa BICAM nangyayari yun.
Okay. The President called on a crackdown on DPWH contractors. What are your thoughts on that? And also the statement of Mayor Magalong saying that the lawmakers themselves get 35 to 40% in kickback. Pero parang pag pinakinggan mo yung statement ng Presidente, he was centering on the contractors themselves. Hindi po ba
No,
dapat yung buong
you
chain
listen
na yun?
carefully. He was not centering to the contractors himself. Alam naman niya kung ano yung... Oops.
I want to
Sandali.
yung field sports, yung photo op.
May pumasok yata, Gretchen, na ibang ano.
Oo.
No, he was not, he was alam naman ng Presidente kung ano yung nangyayari. He was
So kasama po
referring
yun?
to everyone involved. Hindi naman magagawa ng contractor yan na sila lang, di ba? Magagawa ba ng contractor yan na sila lang? Madaming involved dyan. Hindi lang naman kaya ng contractor na siya lang gagawa niya.
Pag tinignan mo actually yung speech niya, parang ito nga, sabi nga niya, makickback, initiative, errata, SOP for the voice.
Errata,
Kaya sa
di ba?
mga-
Errata.
oo.
Sino ba gumagawa ng errata?
The
Di ba?
lawmakers.
Sa budget process yung errata eh. Di ba? Hindi naman sa
Pero-
hindi naman sa ano yan eh. Hindi naman sa contractor yung errata eh. Yan yung sinasabi sa budget process. Yan yung errata. Doon na pinapalit-palitan kasi nga nung nagkausap kami diyan, tinatanong niya bakit errata ang term. Ang errata kasi 'di ba is you will may mali, 'di ba? Pero dito, errata ginagamit na term sa lahat ng pinapalitan sa BICAM, ng lahat ng revision. It's an abused word na errata.
For pag may revision sa budget, doon po nangyayari 'yon. Okay.
Yes, abused word yung errata. Kasi yung errata dapat papalitan mo. Ito kasi, kinuha sa ibang ahensya, dinala sa ibang ahensya, hindi naman errata yon. Yung errata is, for example, nasa DPWH, yung itong budget na to. For example lang, magbibigay lang ako ng halimbawa. Ang errata is yung nagkasundo yung lawmakers tsaka yung DPWH na mas DPWH budget din, within DPWH budget, mas maganda kung dito gagastusin yung pera, mas mapakinabangan ng tao. Errata yon. Pero pag tinanggal mo, for example, sa DepEd at pinasok mo sa DPWH, hindi errata yon. Pero ang ginagamit na term, pag tinignan mo yung BICAM, puro na siya errata. Yun yung sinasabi. Katulad
Okay.
yung ginawa doon sa flagship projects na linagay sa program. Tinanggal yung pera doon sa flagship project, linagay sa DPWH, ang nakasulat, errata. Hindi naman errata yon, di ba?
Okay. What would it take to signal seriousness on the president's part, you think?
Hindi, yun na yung seriousness, yung sa zona niya, di ba? Maliwanag
Yung
na
pagsisiwalat
maliwanag
ng
naman ang
mga
sinabi
listahan
niya.
ng mga contractor, sabi po niya, he's asking DPWH to submit a list of all flood control projects from every region started or completed in the last 3 years. Ito po ba ay, ano kayang makikita natin dito? Tama po ba na 30 to 40% ang kickback kadalasan?
I wouldn't know, no. I wouldn't know. Alam mo, ang hirap na. Alam mo, pag sinagot namin yan, self-serving eh, di ba? Sabi namin, hindi totoo. Sino namang lawmaker aamin, di ba? Kaya, mas mabuti, kung gusto, imbestigahan na lang kami lahat. Lahat kami. Wala naman magsasabi na totoo yan. Sino naman bakit patatanungin kung totoo? Bakit patatanungin yung lawmaker kung totoo yan o hindi? Wala naman magsasabing oo. Di ba?
What would you say?
Lang kami lahat.
What would you say to the proposal of Senator Chis Escudero na hindi papayagan yung until the 4th degree of consanguinity, I guess, related to hiring government contractors?
Yes, I agree to all of those proposals, no. But first of all, let us be transparent with the budget. Yan ang napakahalagang proseso. Dapat open siya, makita, mapanood ng tao. Kasi kung talagang naniniwala kang tama yung proposal mo, for example, sabihin mo, dito sa department to, hindi naman nagagamit yung pera, tapos hihingi pa siya. Alam mo, wag naman natin sabihin na lahat ng amendment ay masama. No, may mga amendment din na ayos. For example, lalagyan ng pondo. For example lang tayo. For example, ang isang departamento, binigyan mo ng 100 piso last year, pero ang nagastos lang niya 50 pesos. Di ba? So sasabihin ng mga congressman, hindi ka pwedeng humingi ng 100 this year o even hindi ka pwedeng humingi ng mas malaki kasi yung 100 nga hindi mo na 50 lang eh. So depende rin kasi di ba dapat pag binigyan ka ng budget, gastusin mo naman at ibalik mo na bilang serbisyo sa ating mga kababayan. So hindi naman lahat ng errata ay masama. Ibig sabihin, hindi pala lahat ng errata. Ibig sabihin, hindi naman lahat ng revision ay masama. Ang sinasabi ko lang, kung talagang naniniwala ka na ayos yung pinopropose mo, di pag-usapan natin open. Kasi ganun din naman yung sa small committee. Yung sa small committee na sinasabi ko na individual amendments, yun din naman yung sa BICAM eh. Di ba sa BICAM, ang pinag-uusapan kung ano yung babaguhin. Doon sa small committee, pinag-uusapan kung ano babaguhin. Kaya lang sa small committee, House pa lang ang nag-uusap. Wala pa yung Senado. Yun lang ang difference. So dapat, kung gusto nila ng open BICAM, dapat din, wala ng small committee. Di ba?
Okay. Pero ito pong proposal nga po ni Senator Cheese, ay hindi po ba paiikutan lang din yan kung pinagbawalan mo ng until the 4th degree, kung titignan mo, ang dami namang ways to go around it, like have a partner here and there. I mean, will this really eliminate the problem or, di ba?
Ganyan naman di ba lahat naman ng batas na ginagawa natin, ilan lang nag-iisip na gumawa ng batas, pag nakita ng batas yung mga gustong to go around it, ang iisipin kagad nila talaga how to go around it. But we should not give up, di ba? Hindi naman ibig sabihin na hahanapan ng dihigpitan natin. Let us make it difficult for them. Let us not make it easy for them.
Correct.
Di ba? Hindi naman pwedeng madali para sa kanila yung gumawa ng kalokohan. Kung hindi man natin mahinto, pahirapan naman natin sa kanila at kung ipipilit nila, baka mahuli sila. Yan naman ng sistema ng paggawa natin sa batas, di ba?
Congressman, kahapon po ay nag-viral po
Teka, baka
itong
maglobat
video.
lang ako. Takbuhin ko lang yung charger ko, ha? Sandali. Sorry.
Of
Yes,
course,
ma'am.
okay,
Yes, ma'am.
Congressman,
Yes, ma'am.
nag-viral po kahapon yung isang video na may congressman na naglalaro ng e-sabong sa kanyang cellphone.
Okay.
May idea po ba kayo kung sino yon?
Ay, hindi ko alam eh. Hindi ko alam kung sino yun.
Oo. Hindi ba illegal
Hindi
po
ko alam
yun?
kung-
Hindi ba
Ano?
dapat
Ano?
mahabol din yun? Illegal po yun.
Pero hindi ko alam kung sino eh.
Oo. Talaga? Is there a way
Hindi,
for us to know? May CCTV po bang pwedeng habulin dyan?
Meron, siyempre, may CCTV kami. Ay, sorry ah. May CCTV kami sa house di ba?
Okay, more than this being a funny matter, it is illegal e-sabong currently. So to see a congressman playing in the middle of a very important day, I think is worth cracking down on. Okay, bilang panghuli po,
Kawawa
Congressman,
naman, unang araw pa lang, ethics committee ka na.
bilang
Ay,
panghuli
biro
po,
lang ikaw kawawa,
oo.
pero hindi naman dapat, hindi pala kawawa. Ibig sabihin, mali pala yung word na yung nagamit ko. Hindi pala siya kawawa. Ibig sabihin, nakaka-ano lang na unang araw mo pa lang, ma-ethics committee ka na.
Bilang panghuli ho, of course, you still support the Marcos administration, but how do you reconcile that?
Definitely,
Oo.
wala naman question dyan eh. And I hope, alam mo, hindi naman madali ito para sa akin because pagkaibigan naman kami ni Speaker Martin, di ba? Pero, siyempre, it comes to a point na kailangan ko kasi bumoto for Speaker di ba? I mean, this is nothing personal. Kailangan ko bumoto Speaker. Paano ko naman iboboto yun? Tsaka paano ko naman ipapaliwanag yung boto ko na alam ko na nagka-problema sa 2025 budget and then pag-uusapan yung 2026 budget tapos ganun pa rin iboboto ko. Parang hindi ko naman kaya. I mean, it's easier for me na manahimik na lang, di ba? First of all, kasi siyempre, mahirap
It's comfortable,
rin yung,
yes, and it's safe. Yes,
yung
correct.
ganito, di ba? Number two, siyempre, worried din ako dun sa pondo sa aking mga constituents. No? Pero it comes to a point na you just cannot look the other way. Hindi na pwede yung bahala lang, para lang walang gulot. Hindi na lang ako sa kanila, bahala na sila. Hindi naman pwede yung gano'n. It comes to a point na you will have to decide.
Ay, sana po ay hindi niyo po tantanan itong issue na to tungkol dyan po sa budget at pati na rin doon sa small committee. Nasa inyo ko lang po narinig kasi madalas BICAM ang
Pero hindi
pinag-uusapan.
madali nga to. Isipin mo yung dami lang nagpapa-interview, gigising ka ng maaga.
Tama
Tapos
ho.
sa dami interview, yung pa lang nahirapan ka na, di ba? So it's not easy. But I mean, dumadating nga siya sa punto na, teka muna, hindi na siguro pwede. I mean, lampas na to sa pagkakaibigan, lampas na rin to doon sa madali para sa'yo. Di ba? Mas madali yung manahimik di ba? Wala kang gagawin. Stable lahat. Sigurado yung pondo ng mga constituents mo. Mas madali yun Pero there comes a point na hindi na pwede yung ganun.
We will go to you on this account. Maraming salamat and good luck.
Sige, pag alam mo na kung sino yung ma'am, kung sino yung nag-isabong
Ipapahunting po namin sa CCTV. Kasama po ba yun sa
CCTV?
FOI? Freedom of Information? Pwede bang i-access yung information na yun?
Hindi, I mean, for transparency, hindi na kailangan yung freedom
Dapat
of
i-release po ng
information,
ng
diba?
house
Because
yon yung
that is
video.
the problem eh. That is the problem, Gretchen. Tingnan mo. May isang gagawa ng ganyan, yung imahe ng house ang maapektuhan, di ba?
Correct.
Katulad
That is
yung
correct.
yung sinasabi ng presidente, karamihan naman ng mga kasamahan ko, maayos naman yan, mabubuti naman yan. Di ba? Tapos may ilang gagawa lang ng kalokohan, sino maapektuhan? Lahat ng miyembro ng house. Iba na
tama
yung
ho.
tingin, di ba? Kahit doon sa budget, konti lang naman yung ganun, tapos lahat maapektuhan.
Okay.
So we have to restore the image of the house. I mean, wala naman siguro magsasabi na hindi naapektuhan yung house doon sa 2025 budget. So, bilang mga miyembro doon, may responsibility din kami.
Okay, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras and for weighing in on these issues. We have Navota's representative and of course campaign manager of the Alyansa para sa Bagong Pilipinas, Toby Chanco, on Morning Matters today. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Coming up, the Senate will tackle the Supreme Court's ruling on Vice President Sara Duterte's impeachment complaint on August 6 to allow senators time to study the 97-page decision. That's according to Senate President Chis Escudero. And following a directive from President Bongbong Marcos's fourth State of the Nation address, the public will now have free access to jog at the PSC track ovals in Pasig, Manila, and Baguio City. More on that when Morning Matters returns. Welcome back. You're still with us on Morning Matters here on One News. Everyone can now jog for free at all track ovals operated by the Philippine Sports Commission following a directive from President Bongbong Marcos during his fourth State of the Nation address. The initiative covers PSC facilities in Pasig, Manila, and Baguio and aims to promote physical fitness among the public. It is open to the public from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. daily. The PSC noted that operations are still being fine-tuned but expressed enthusiasm for welcoming the public back to the tracks. The president, during his fourth SONA, also pledged full support for grassroots programs like the Palarong Pambansa and Batang Pinoy to develop young athletes. Marcos recognized national sports icons including Manny Pacquiao, Heidelin Diaz, EJ Obiena, and Paralympians who brought pride to the country. To talk more about this development, we are joined by Philippine Sports Commission Chairman Patrick Gregorio. Welcome back to Morning Matters. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello, Gretch. Hello to all our televiewers. I'm here in Siargao.
Wow!
Sunny Siargao.
Oh, ano po ginagawa niyo dyan?
Well, I'm here because I have to meet the good governor of Surigao, Lyndon Barbers, and our rowers, beach sprint rowers, dragon boat team, and the tatlo yan, beach sprint, dragon boat, and of course surfing people, because we're organizing a big international event in Siargao this October, the WS World Surfing.
Yung Dragon Boat team natin, dyan na po ba nagtitraining?
This is the one of the strong teams in the country. It's called the Siargao Dragons. Some members are also members of the Philippine rowing team. Ito yung beach sprint. And then of course yung surfers natin kasama sa imi-meeting ko today. But yesterday, the whole entire afternoon, I was with the good governor of Surigao, Lindon.
Okay. To our delight, Chairman Pato, the President actually gave a long statement on Philippine sports at sinimulan po niya yan dito nga po sa pagbubukas ng Philippine Sports Commission sa publiko ng mga track and field oval sa Pasig, Maynila at Baguio. Is this going to be completely for free?
Yes, definitely. Alam mo, masayang-masaya talaga ako at nagpapasalamat ako kay President Marcos. Na talagang sabi nga nila, I think for the first time sa history ng State of the Nation address of a president, napaka-comprehensive nung report niya sa taong bayan tungkol sa Philippine sports, no? Of course, ang highlight is yung pagbubukas ng track and field oval sa Rizal, Philippine sports sa Pasig, sa Baguio. Definitely it's for free. Definitely walang maraming mga requirements. Definitely we will provide safety and yung mga necessary needs ng isang nag-exercise like water, proper lighting, and it is open. We started last night. We tried a soft opening, and ang dami nang dumagsa sa Philippine sports tsaka sa Rizal, no? Minomonitor ko siya kagabi, mga as of 9 p.m. parang close to 200 people.
Wow.
Ang nagja-jogging, no? Nagwo-walking
Which
kasamang
facility?
pamilya.
Which facility?
Both Rizal and Phil Sports. Kasi sa Baguio ngayon, mayroon pang low pressure area, maulan pa siya. Pero I am sure pag nahikayat yan ni Mayor Benji Magalong, madami rin yan kasi it's inside the teachers camp. So talagang masayang-masaya ako na pinahintulutan ni President Marcos na gamitin na itong facility na to. Kasi ang iniisip ng karamihan, it is exclusively for our national athletes. Pero nakita ng Presidente, at ako kitang-kita ko rin bilang chairman, na ang national athlete natin, ikaw, you're a national athlete. You don't exercise 24/7, you exercise 2-3 hours per day. And usually that's in the morning, let's say from 7 to 10 p.m. Kaya yung 3 p.m. to 10 p.m., buksan na natin yan para sa mga bata, sa mga magulang, sa lolo't lola, and lalo na yung mga future athletes. Let them run there and let them exercise. So we're really very happy and we're excited that we're doing this. And hopefully we can do this in other parts of the country. Kahit yung track and field ay ang may-ari ang LGU, I hope they consider opening up the track and field oval. Kasi utos po ng Presidente yan, healthy lifestyle.
Naalala ko po nung ako ay nasa grade school at high school, 2005 po yata yun, ay nagbabayad kami ng 20 pesos para maka-training kami dyan sa Ultra. Good to know that it's now for free, no? For the public.
Yes.
But, Chairman,
Yeah,
as actually...
tinanggal natin
Go ahead.
yun, Gretch, no? Alam mo yung 20 pesos, if you train 3-4 times a week, at kinompute mo yan over 30 days or 4 weeks, pambili na po ng bigas at ulam ng pamilya yan. At di ba, isasama mo asawa mo, sasama mo mga anak mo, libo-libo na po yan sa isang buwan. Alam niyo po, ang mandato ng Philippine Sports Commission is really to also encourage the people to exercise.
But
So wala na
how
po
will
yan.
you
Libre po
how
yan.
will you manage the crowd overflow? At pati yung mga banyo po ba available din sa publiko ng libre? Syempre alam po
Yes.
natin na may mga maintenance din na kinakailangan diyan.
Ay, ano na po yan, kasama na po sa serbisyo namin yan. I don't think it will be parang difficult on our part managing the toilet and yung mga water stations. Lahat po yan, ililibre na natin. Sabi ko nga, narinig po natin yung SONA, Gretchen, ni Presidente, kung paano niya ini-improve yung healthcare programs, yung health and department of health. Di hamak mas mura ang ipa-exercise mo yung taong bayan. So, walang bayad pagpasok, walang bayad pagpasok ng banyo, walang bayad pag-inom ng tubig. Wala po.
I mean, that's good to know. No? Maybe this could be an option para sa mga walang-wala sa buhay na kahit pa paano to keep themselves healthy and hygienic and very clean as part of their human dignity, of course. Pero, Chairman, curious po ako dito sa sinabi po ni Pangulo, nabubuo tayo ng bagong pambansang programa para sa sports development. What would encompass that? What would be the main difference? Kasi sabi niya, ibabalik natin ang mga sports dahil magsasagawa tayo ng mga palaro at intram sa lahat ng pampublikong paaralan. Hindi po ba nandun na yun? And how would this be any different?
Okay, let me try to explain and help validate the question. Yung konsepto na yan. Ito po yung sinasabi natin sports value chain. I can remember when you tested yan a few weeks ago na from the time the boy or the girl, young boy and girl starts taking up a sport hanggang magkolehiyo siya, hanggang mag-national team siya, malinaw yung kanyang tatahaking rota, no? Yung Olympic highway, pwede natin sabihin, road to the Olympics. That means, yung sinabi po ni Pangulo na simulan natin sa interbarangay pa lang. Pagkatapos ng interbarangay, pupunta yan sa palarong pagbansa, pupunta yan sa batang Pinoy. Pag-aaral yan sa kolehiyo, pag-aaral sa kolehiyo, make sure nandoon yung sport na ginusto niya. Pagpunta nun, pupunta siya hahanapin siya ng National Sports Association kung capable ba siya maging national league player. Pupunta siya sa regional league, Southeast Asian Games, bigger regional games, Asian Games, and then Olympics. So dinidikit lang natin yung gaps. And yung interbarangay, everybody knows. Ikaw, ako, tatay natin, nanay natin, everybody knows anong ibig sabihin ng interbarangay. It is a sports fest. Hindi lang basketball. So kung kaya natin gawin ang interbarangay so that yung citizenry at yung barangay LGU support ay nandoon, gagawin natin yan. Ano ang culmination nito, yung bagong palaro na sinasabi ni Pangulo? Ito po yung National Championship for Sport. Ito po yung sinasabi natin na si Pagtakraw, pagpa-National Championship ka, and we want to see the regions represented. Basketball, volleyball, football, chess, ping pong, table tennis, pagpa-National Championship kayo. And let the NSA spearhead, of course, in collaboration and cooperation and the guidance of the Philippine Sports Commission and the Philippine Olympic Committee.
Are you planning to center on the sports that we are good at as Filipinos? So sana po tayo nanalo. Kasi ang dami po Ang dami pong sports Pag sinabi natin interbarangay, actually, ang dami ring hindi kasama sa DepEd program. Katulad na lamang ng weightlifting, where we have gold, and sila Heidelin, they're still trying to work with the DepEd to include that into the palaro, into the Batang Pinoy. Actually, may Batang Pinoy na yata, yung palaro yata, yung wala pa. Oo. Paano po yun? Pagdating sa ganun, ano pong sports ang uunahin po natin?
Well, sagutin ko muna pabaliktad. No? Yesterday, buong hapon, ang katext ko po si Heidelin. Because ina-update nila ako sa meeting nila with the organizers of the NCAA, yung press corps ng NCAA, sila Judawar, kasama sila Peter Caico. Nandun po si Heidelin, pinaplat na nila yung pinag-usapan namin with the NCAA and of course a few days before that, UAAP, in introducing weightlifting in this college programs at sports tournaments. Umaandar na po yan, mabilis po yan. Ang nag-spearhead yan, ang nag-champion yan, si Heidelin. So, lahat po ng ginagawa ni Heidelin, ina-update nila ako and binibigay ko yung inputs ko. And sooner than later, we will sign a memorandum of understanding, then agreement with the NCAA and UAAP to make sure that we can introduce weightlifting in this school tournaments, university tournaments. Babalik po ako rin sa interbarangay. Yung interbarangay po, hindi naman natin i-require na lahat ng sports i-take up nila. Ang importante po is every town and every province rather will try to identify and adopt a sport kung saan talaga sila magaling. And para hindi po tayo malito, ang palarong pambansa po, ang nag-organize talaga niyan ay ang DepEd in cooperation with the Philippine Sports Commission. Yung Batang Pinoy po, Philippine Sports Commission, in cooperation with DepEd. Very strong po yung link na yan. And ako, nananalig ako na kaya namin gawin yan with DepEd because si Sportsman Secretary Sari Angara, naiintindihan niya rin yung role ng Philippine Sports Commission. At alam ko na matagal naman kami nagsama sa SPP ni Sexani, alam ko na kaya namin i-improve to. So, yung program na proposal na para bang identify a sport kung saan ka magaling. At yun ang itaguyod mo. Tapos ang nasa forefront nito, Gretchen, hindi lang PSC, it is also the National Sports Association. There are 82 sports associations in the Philippine Olympic Committee and supported by PSC. Sila ang magtataguyod at mag-develop ng program nito. Saka saan namin susuporta. So yung one sport, one province, adapt a sport program ay sana maintindihan ng mga local government units at governors and mayors that it really works. How many youth now ang nagbe-weightlifting sa Zamboanga? Gaano karami po ang youth na nagbe-baseball sa Tanawan, Batangas? Gaano po karami youth ang nagba-boxing sa Bago, sa Bacolod? So that is what we are trying to plan.
Okay po yun, parang one town, one product, pero ito one town, one sport. Ang acronym po, ang acronym po,
yes.
OTOS.
Opos.
Parang sa Siargao na magaling po ang mga tao mag-surf at saka mag-dragon boat rowing. Gaya po nabanggit po yung perfect example, seeing where you are at. Good news that you brought after coming here on in our studio, yung 5,000 pesos allowance sa mga atleta. Sana madagdagan pa yan,
Bakit hindi? Alam mo, sa suporta ng ating presidente, talagang sabi nga natin yung coverage, yung pag-explain niya sa Philippine sports, talagang alam na alam niya. Talagang nasa puso niya. So, dapat lang madagdagan. I-review uli natin yan yung in the near future. Tingnan natin kung paano pa natin madadagdagan yung kanilang mga benepisyo.
Okay, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras and for helping us understand the whole process of getting to the Olympic gold through the Philippine Sports Commission and of course our educational institutions. We have Philippine Sports Commission Chairman Patrick Gregorio reporting to us live from Siargao. Meanwhile, back to the Senate. Senators have finalized key committee chairmanships following yesterday's caucus. First-time Senator Rodante Marcoleta now leads the Blue Ribbon and Trade Committees. Senator Alan Peter Cayetano heads 4 major panels, including Justice and Education. Senator Francis Pangilinan gets Agriculture, while Senator Bam Aquino takes over Basic Education. Senator Robin Padilla retains his post on Charter Change and Public Information. Senator Amy Marcos will chair Foreign Relations, Labor, and Cooperatives. Senator Pia Cayetano leads Energy, Ways and Means, and the SDG Committee, while Senator Camille Villar takes over Environment from her mother, Cynthia Villar. Senator Win Gatchalian gets Finance, a crucial post for budget talks. Senator Erwin Tulfo chairs Games and Social Justice. Senator Bongo retains Health and Sports, while Senator J.V. Ejercito chairs Local Government and Tourism. Meanwhile, Senator Raffy Tulfo still leads the Migrant Workers and Public Services panels, while Senator Jingo Estrada takes Defense. Senator Bato de la Rosa will head Public Order, and Senator Mark Villar will lead Public Works. Senate President Jesus Escudero said the Senate will tackle the Supreme Court's ruling on the impeachment complaint against Vice President Sara Duterte on August 6, giving senators time to review the 97-page decision. More in this report.
The Senate will deliberate on the Supreme Court's ruling on the impeachment case against Vice President Sara Duterte on August 6. Senate President Francis Escudero said lawmakers need more time to study the 97-page decision, which includes separate opinions from multiple justices.
The matter will be decided upon by the Senate on August 6, 2025, when we open session on that date, in order to afford ample and sufficient time to the members to study the 97-page Supreme Court decision.
Senate Minority Leader Tito Soto said he was the one who proposed the date. He noted that while some senators wanted to immediately dismiss the complaint, they ultimately agreed to allow more time for deliberation.
Sabi ko, let's meet halfway. Pwede naman Wednesday next week. I'll give ample time for everyone to study.
Senator Mig Zubiri added that many senators are not lawyers and need time to fully understand the ruling.
Marami kasi sa ating mga kasamahan, katulad ko na hindi po kami abogado, gusto po natin pag-aralan na mabuti yung 90-plus page decision ng Supreme Court. Pumayag naman yung iba na gusto talaga i-dismiss today.
Despite the pending Senate vote, Escudero stressed that the Supreme Court's decision is clear. The impeachment case is unconstitutional and void from the start.
Nagdesisyon ng Korte Suprema, sang-ayon ka man doon o hindi, dapat ito'y sundin. Kung hindi, magkakaroon tayo ng constitutional crisis.
He said the SC found that the House violated due process and the one-year ban rule on filing impeachment complaints, effectively stripping the Senate of jurisdiction.
Nakasaad din sa desisyon ng Korte Suprema, hindi nagkaroon mulat-mula ng jurisdiction ang Senado doon sa impeachment complaints dahil sa paglabag sa Bill of Rights, particular due process of law.
The House had earlier said it will file a motion for reconsideration to the SC decision. But according to the Senate President, it's unlikely the Supreme Court will overturn this anonymous decision.
There is a new witness in the case of missing Sabongeros, as according to the Justice Department. Justice Secretary Boy Remulla said the witness has both testimonial and physical evidence to support the testimony of Julie Patidongan or alias Totoy. The new evidence, however, has not yet been made public. The Justice Department also relieved a service commander from duty due to questionable actions in the ongoing investigation. Meanwhile, 12 police officers are facing administrative charges following a complaint filed by Patidongan with the National Police Commission. The officers are under investigation by NAPOLCOM's Inspection, Monitoring and Investigation Service, which found a probable cause to proceed with administrative cases. Meanwhile, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer said Britain will recognize the state of Palestine by September unless Israel takes clear steps to end the crisis in Gaza. Starmer told his cabinet that Israel must agree to a ceasefire, halt West Bank annexation, and commit to a two-state solution. He said Hamas must also release all hostages, disarm, and play no role in Gaza's future governance. Previous UK government supported recognition in principle, but Starmer is the first to set a timeline. And as we wrap up, a quick heads up for everyone, the southwest monsoon or habagat is still active, so expect rains this Wednesday in parts of Luzon. According to Pag-asa, cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms are expected in Metro Manila, Central Luzon, Rizal, Cagayan Valley, and the Cordillera region. Ilocos region, Batanes, Babuyan Islands, Abra, and Benguet will also experience occasional rains due to the prevailing weather system. Pag-asa adds that no low-pressure area is currently being monitored for possible cyclone formation. And that's an early heads up. Please do bring an umbrella wherever you head on today and the rest of the week. That wraps up today's episode of Morning Matters. We hope we've given you the right start to your morning. Let's go ahead and make the day matter. My name is Gretchen Ho. We are One News, all sides, all the time.